What's up to anyone who's joining the channel? It is probably midway through the London session on the 23rd of November 2020. Yeah, welcome to the weekly analysis by Excelsior Trading, brought to you by yours truly, Robert. Let's start off. Okay, so I mainly trade trends, breaks, retests, support and resistance levels. That's my sort of trading, and I like to try and keep it simple. Any of my trades are just my own personal opinion, so if you do not agree or if you take these trades or don't take these trades, it's all up to you. I'm just giving you my thoughts and views, and you can use it to analyze your own charts and give you a bit of confluence, maybe, or just see what maybe you can improve on my trades. Anyway, so today we're going to start off with the AUD USD pair on the daily. So this is my daily setup. It has been testing the support level for the past, well, it bounced off of it twice in October, and it is now currently moving up into this ascending wedge. We zoom in on the 4-hour chart. It has got an area of resistance over here, a strong area of resistance, but I think that AUD USD might be heading for the daily resistance level over here before dropping down again. But we shall see. It all seems to be working out on all time frames. This is the 1 hour. It's sort of a bit indecisive right now, but we will see if it breaks out of this zone and what it does. AUD JPY is a similar sort of trade. It's more uptrend based though. I'm not too sure. It might go for this level, but we shall see. Yeah, this seems to be a pretty tested level. But yeah, we'll just have to see later in the week. I do my analyses a bit later in the week than a lot of other people, because I like to see what the market sentiment is a bit later into the sessions on a Monday, rather than just starting at the beginning of the session and making predictions. Okay, moving on to CAD CHF here. CAD CHF on the daily was respecting this resistance zone, but it broke through, and it seems to have retested on the daily as well, but it's sort of making a bunch of indecisive candles over here, so we shall see. I think it is probably going to bounce off of this zone and be in a bullish sort of trend, since it has broken this since this downward resistance. But I think for now we must just sort of wait and see. Euro GBP. My Euro GBP, I actually traded this earlier this week, and I put a trade in on Thursday, somewhere over here, following the downtrend. No, I think it was actually over here. A sell, and I pulled it out this morning. It hit my TP. I was just aiming for this zone. I was thinking that it was going to go for a deeper pullback, which it kind of did, but we shall see what happens. I think it might end up being bullish just for a little bit until it fully touches these zones. Maybe it pulls back to these zones a little bit, or up here, maybe up here actually, and then I think it'll start coming down for this downward support a little bit. Euro ZAR. All the South African traders might be a bit interested in the ZAR trades. Euro ZAR might be looking for a bullish reversal, I think, because on the daily chart, it has been on the downtrend for quite a while. Sorry it's taking so long. I have a very slow PC, but yeah, it has been in a downtrend. It has hit this zone over here, which was a zone of a bit of resistance and confusion over here back in March. It has hit the zone 3 times, And then the fundamentals as well are quite interesting, because the Euro's PMI, which was recorded yesterday, I believe, if we look on the ForexCAD, it was this morning. The market PMI was actually, it showed a contractive sort of state, which means that the euro should be going down a little bit. But South Africa, being a South African, I know that South Africa has been given the junk status by Moody's, just very recently again. So this might be an area of confusion. Euro USD is, sorry it's taking so long. Euro USD might be looking for a sell, actually, considering all of the news that I just said, and this downtrend line, or downtrend resistance. On the 4 hour, it seems to be reacting quite well. It seems to have just touched and might be making resistance. On the 1 hour, we'll see. It still has 20 minutes. I think at the end of this candle's close, we'll see what happens, and then what the next two candles hold before making any real trades. Euro AUD on the daily. Euro AUD on the daily has hit this support level that it has been sticking to for quite a long time. Not too sure what the future outlook would be, but this is just kind of playing around and going sideways, as it has been for a while, at least on the daily. On the 4 hour, if you zoom in, it gets a bit interesting, because it is just hit the bottom of a support zone. But this is not necessarily the most well-tested support. It could still technically bounce off of this area, kind of go bearish. We'll see. Euro JPY was actually called out in the Telegram group earlier today. GBPCHF I called out earlier today as well. I think this zone has been a very, very strong daily resistance zone since, let me go back. It has been a resistance zone pretty much first touched on the 28th of April, and it has been a resistance zone ever since. I'm just trading down over to this level, which should be a 1 to 3.21 risk to reward trade. That's just on the daily, the 4 hour, and the 1 hour has been giving me a bit of resistance. It might be bouncing off of this uptrend, but I'm going to keep this trade in, and I will pull it if it goes above this zone. GBPCAD. GBPCAD has broken this downward wedge, and it does seem to be in a semi-defined uptrend over here. At least it bounced off resistance this technically the third time it bounced off of the support, and it shot through the long time daily resistance level, downward resistance level. I think it could be bullish, but it is also overextended on the RSI, so it possibly might decide to come down to this zone and then start its bullish trend again. GBP USD on the daily it seems to be reacting over here with this long-standing resistance level since, when was it? Since the 14th or so of March, the 13th of March. I think this is the third touch, so after this, theoretically, there should be a big movement, either to the upside or to the downside. On the 4 hour though, it does seem to be breaking, but we are waiting for a full confirmation of a break or a rejection on the daily because there have been 4-hour fake outs in the, sorry about that, there have been 4-hour fake outs in the past like this. NZDCAD, we'll just wait for this to refresh quickly. NZDCAD is on the daily. On the daily, it has been sticking to this really weird uptrend line that I have put. Yeah, no, it seems to be sticking with this. I think it's probably going to, on the 4-hour over here at least, it's going to possibly come down to retest this, as this is on the uptrend, and then go for a bullish movement. Hopefully, but we will see. Nothing is certain in the forex markets. Again, as I said in the very beginning, this is just my personal interpretation. NZDJPY, by the way, I think is also going to go for a similar movement, at least on the 1 hour, or on the 1 hour and 4 hour actually. I think it's going to start moving upwards. It might not go this deeply. It might, let me redraw this. It might just come up over here, retest this, and then go for its bullish movement. But again, we shall see. This does coordinate with the NZDCAD trade, so it has got a little bit more confirmation in it than just being on its own. I do often try and get all my trades that are in similar pairs, or they must coordinate. I mean, any experienced trader would understand that. It doesn't always happen, but at least anyone who's starting out, you should try and not have trades that are going against each other. At least the pairs going against each other. On the USD, we're onto the USD pairs now. The USD trades, I think the USD CAD situation over here is probably going to be, it's probably going to be a bit bullish for now, at least until it hits, at least until it hits the previous highs over here, or the resistance zone. The resistance zone is also pretty likely. I think I'd put my stop loss a little bit lower. That's still, yeah, that's still a risk to reward of 3.17, even if you're just aiming for the recent highs. So it doesn't seem too bad. But we will wait for a clear rejection, at the very least on the 1 hour. You can also kind of use these wicks over here as confluence, because this is like the final area of support. If it breaks past that, it's very unlikely, in my opinion, to start going up or start being bullish. USD all the South Africans again interested. Again, South Africa has hit that junk status by Moody's account. It has hit this for the triple touch, maybe a little bit more, I don't know, depends on how you look at it. I think it's going to be bullish, even though it has been through this bearish trend. I think the US might be stabilizing a little bit. I think Trump, I don't know, I'm not going to spread my political views on here, that's just dumb. Do what you think. I think financially and economically though, and technically, USD might be heading for an uptrend. All my lines are again up to my own judgment. You can't necessarily, or if you don't agree, stick to your own judgment, I'd rate. Gold, this is a bit of a bonus. We're not going to be giving out commodities in our Telegram group. I think gold has been in a downtrend. Most likely will probably come down, at least on the 1 hour. Maybe go up, touch this zone a little bit more, and then come down, and then bounce off this, and then down. I don't know, we'll see. It's an interesting situation. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. This is my first technical analysis. Discretion is up to you. Enjoy, even if you don't enjoy, whatever. If you got into this point, you found some value in it. Peace out. Check you next week. Have a good trading week, everyone.